one thing I did want to ask you that I kind of put in my mental Rolodex. Did you ever see yourself like taking on a position inside of the NBA, like on the sideline, whether it be like a coach or anything like that? Did you ever even consider that? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, yep. How come you never even like pursued that? How come you never pursued like coaching or yeah? How do y'all relate to because it seemed like some players are a little bit more verbal about the fact that it seemed like they take when certain people criticize them or give them direction or whatever, it's almost like, who the fuck is you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't never really played or something like that, right? How do y'all differentiate or separate who y'all take advice from or what coach you respect more than the other? Is it they've been around the game more?
We used to be about the game and experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who's I mean, some people they don't really have to talk,
Mm-hmm.
right? So if we just bring up a person like Pat Riley,
Yeah.
man, he ain't like
Yeah. Well,
his
Pat
name.
is a legend.
That's what I'm saying. His
Yeah.
name come, but it's like and some people in the media, you got the same way. Like you
Yeah.
have some media legends that you just respect. You know that when they interview you, is honest communication, and it's honest, and it's makes you trust them.
But what about like, because like for example, the Lakers hired Darvin Ham, who obviously was a former player, and in my opinion, see, I'll go back. I think that Darvin Ham got robbed during the dunk contest. I think that he's one was one of the dopest dunkers that I've ever seen in my life. He had hops, that was crazy.
Definitely,
But he wasn't a relevant player
yeah.
in a sense of like big media
Well, he wasn't
marketing or whatever.
flashy
Right.
at anything he did,
But
especially
does
how
he
he played
get
the game.
more respect than maybe a coach that's just came up from the college ranks or something like that?
Well,
Is former players more respected as coaches than
I think because he had time as an assistant.
mm-hmm.
I think everybody um situation, how much it may be the same, is just so much different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And is looked upon as different, and is respected as different. And I'm just waiting for Darvin Ham's playing style to be reflective on my Lakers, like that gritty rebound defense.
Yep.
I think once they get that, like, because that's what usually happens, right? Teams usually take on the personality of their coach.
What do you think about the Lakers as far as how they're constructed today?
I think you're in a good place when you got LeBron, AD, and Russell Westbrook
Russ get a lot of smoke.
for no reason.
But you think so? Do you think that that's the way that Russell Westbrook is painted is as a result of his own doing, or do you think that it's something else that caused it?
Hate.
Because it just seemed like it was just a little bit ago they was crowning him a G because he averaged a triple double,
I mean, how can't you?
and then they turned against him like almost immediately.
But I think people get distracted by maybe his off the court ventures and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
He don't really get in no trouble though.
No.
He ain't never got in trouble.
But you could just tell that he's in different shit. Man
he got a different style and stuff like that. Yeah,
cloak dressing and shit like that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Make people start pointing.
Yeah.
Doing well financially. Got the off the court shit busting ass.
Yeah.
Got car dealerships.
Mm-hmm. So we don't celebrate, and I think that that's one of the biggest things. And I think I'm gonna just this is one of the final questions that I kind of have for you. NBA players, black NBA players, make up the majority of the league,
Of course.
right? But I don't think that they're celebrated off the court as much as they celebrated on the court. I think it's very few NBA players.
Well, if they celebrate us off the court as much as they did on the court, now you're talking about really, really empowering,
right?
I
agree. I mean,
so
I
if
don't
you know the system, you got 485 players.
Mm-hmm.
NBA 300 was probably black.
Yeah. Seemed like it's more than that. But you would know better than I would.
I'm just throwing that number out.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
just
yeah.
right.
Seemed like it's
Let's say
significantly more than that.
let's say if 400 of them is black.
Right.
That's 400 black men with more than most average amount of money.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
Right. So then we just start adding things together, like talking about empowering, and probably gonna only want to keep you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give it all to you.
Yeah. One of the final question that I kind of have for you is, what's next for you? I know you got the podcast.
When we keep it a whole fucking buck with you and make this a real simple question.
Yep. And I got one more play question for you too, but go ahead.
I'm trying to get to close as God as possible while I can, while I'm on the earth.
Yeah, I seen you hit the pastor up.
Feel me? I'm trying to ask him to direct me.
Yeah.
And point me on my path and ask him for protection and direction. And ask him to bless me as much money where I can't even spend it on, where I can just become straight up a philanthropist, where I can just go to the hoods and help as much people, and everybody got an addiction problem. I could put rehabilitation centers all over the world, and all in the hood, and just make people better. Do you
think that your public image is a fair public image, or do you think that it doesn't truly reflect who you really are as a person?
No, but I'm realistic enough to know that people only gonna know me as much as I let them in.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm comfortable enough with myself to be like, if I don't let them in no more, then I'm cool. And then I might be comfortable letting them just maybe do my own reality show again. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I just, I know if I stay close to God and
I got one last question. This is a fun one. Why does NBA players want to be rappers and rappers want to be NBA players? What is the fascination with that?
We're from the same place.
But y'all are significantly more successful than.
It's not. I think like for me.
Pull the mic up for me.
For me, I'm like I love rap music.
Right.
And I'm almost like intrigued on how these dudes could put their thoughts together and spit it to me.
Yeah.
Feel what I'm saying? And I think for the rappers the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and we grow up like when you think about rap, you think about bull, you think about hip hop, and you think about hip hop, you think they just go together naturally to me. I mean, some of them work out good, some of them good at it.
They admire y'all. And y'all
Shaq did a joint with Biggie, man.
But that's different.
What's different about it?
You Can't Stop the Rain. That was one of the greatest songs that I've ever heard of in my entire life.
Yeah, it was a great joint.
That's different, though.
And why Dame Lillard can't do a joint with Jay-Z?
No, Dame is that
You feel
deal.
me? Why he can't do a joint with Jay-Z?
What I'm wondering
why can't?
But see, I don't think it.
Because a rapper.
Is it the lifestyle though?
And it's the lifestyle. We live in the same lifestyles.
Right. So what is outside of the creativity part? What's the point of? I don't see what the allure is. Y'all live the same lifestyle.
And we both black. Right?
Yeah.
And we both did it to get up out this shit.
Right. And y'all made it.
So let's make it together. I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know why it is that, but that's a good question though. That's a real good question.
I never understood that. Like I was looking at Cole, and that's like the one blemish that I got on Cole was like that fucking rap song.
But you know what? He wasn't really that good at delivering.
Right.
Either.
That's what I'm saying.
Feel me?
That's what I'm saying.
It's different. Like me, I fucked around with it on my podcast. Spit little quick shit, the intro. I don't know.
I don't even know why Big did. I mean,
I love rap music, man.
I don't even know why Shaq did it, even though he did make a great album.
Why he did it?
I don't know why, like where the interest came from is what I'm saying.
Because we've been around it all our life. Like how you been around basketball your life, The rapper, the ball player been about rap all his life. The rapper
Yeah.
been about ball all his life. And we watched each other grow up.
Yeah. I don't know. I never wanted to be a ball player. Maybe it's because I was too
Nah?
short. Never wanted to be a ball player.
You sure? Maybe
100%.
subconsciously? The
Listen,
lifestyle?
I'ma
you
tell you
thinking
the
about it, going to the game? I don't know.
Nope. I'm gonna tell you.
But I can
I've
respect that.
always.
I can respect that because I mean, you're comfortable with who you are.
Well, I've always admired. I never cared about.
But see, I think
The ball
admiration and wanting to be is
Well, no,
two different
I've
things.
always loved the game because I've always. I mean, it was entertaining.
Yeah, admiring somebody for what they do and wanting to be them.
I
think
look.
that's two
You know
different things.
who my heroes was? Dan Gilbert. I never wanted to be the guy that dribbled it. I always wanted to be the guy that built the companies that could afford it on the other end of it.
Well, I mean, obviously, your mindset was different from most people. Probably,
Yeah.
probably your age, or probably your environment that you grew up with.
Well, no, I grew up right here in the city, in the hood in Detroit.
Most people, most people want fame
Yeah. No, I'm straight on the
because
fame.
people think fame instantaneously means money and
It doesn't.
perks and everything is easy and
It can, but
just
it doesn't.
the world is open. Shit get harder sometimes.
I coach a lot of significant people. Some NFL players on a financial tip, right? Some NFL players, some social media people, and I'm just gonna tell you, it's fucked up out here.
Word up.
It's fucked up out here. People money is fucked up.
Word
Like
up.
even some people like not even like outside of our sports. Like I know some people that is in BMX, some of the most famous people in that, like, really good friends of mine and stuff like that. And I've always known and been around to some extent this type of stuff. And I always knew that just because people was famous, it didn't necessarily translate into money.
Yeah, some people don't have that balance.
Yeah.
As far as education, as far as educating themselves through their life.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm gonna have to go to school, have to track myself down, educate myself.
Yep.
Just living a life, and that life has been educated enough for them to have your view.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying?
I agree.
And I look up to that.